Okay, moving on to item C, the approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion and a second to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve. Second.
Thank you. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Perfect. We're going to go ahead and suspend the regular meeting and call to order the budget hearing. Item B, budget hearing approval for the advertised budgets, rates, and levies. Do I have a motion and a second to approve the budget hearing for the advertised budget rates and levies?
Move to approve. Second.
Thank you. Okay, do you have anything to present on that?
Do we want to public comment section if you guys signed up?
I have comment for that. I have comment for that section.
Okay. We feel very good about the budget and appreciate all the hard work that has went into it. And as we did this year, you saw it was itemized by cost center. And as we move forward after the budget is approved, we're going to go in and further refine those cost centers, because as we said, it hadn't been done this way in almost 5 years. So we're going to go back now and allocate accordingly.
Which you talked about would be per building.
Yeah, per building, per department, athletic, yes.
Department head, so that they all have a working budget, that they know what they can, the parameters they can work with.
No more Mother May I account.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the budgets, rates, and levies. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Thank you. Item C, approval of capital projects, fund plan, and waive second hearing. Do I have a motion and a second to approve the capital projects, fund plan?
Second.
Thank you. I believe we have someone that would like to speak on that.
Hi. My name is Judy Maggio, and I'm from Lake Village. I just was following up on last time we talked about the pool renovation, the pool repair, and I was wondering, did you find out whether you were going to get the other company to finish that?
Can I comment?
Absolutely.
What we're doing is we're going to wait until the swimming season is over. Well, first of all, they're going to come out, they're going to put some dye in the water with divers and make sure it's not leaking. Right now, we don't think it is, or if it is, it's not too bad. But after the season is over, we're going to drain the pool. And when we drain the pool, then we're going to determine if it's still under warranty or not, is what we're finding out. Because right now, we're questioning if they spec'd it correctly. That's where we stand.
I thought it was something to do with the floors and the lights or the walls or something.
Yeah, the floors and the wall.
Of the pool?
Yes. Yeah.
Not around the pool?
No, in the pool.
After we paid $500,000,
that's why we're
still leaks.
Well, that's what we're trying to determine, if it's leaking or not. Because if it is, it's slow leak. But
okay.
The floor is under the floor under the water, the lining of the pool. We have pieces coming up. So what we want to make sure is it was spec'd with concrete. There's a cheaper material we can also do that work with, and we're going to make sure that they didn't use the cheaper material.
And then I was wondering about the baseball, softball, and football complex redesign, $3 million.
So what this would include, and when I give my presentation in a second, I'll talk about this. That's a wish list item. It's something that many districts around that we would peer compare with or want to aspire to have a campus that look like have similar facilities right now and are allowed to have much more opportunity, because football field would be turfed. Parts, if not all, of the baseball and softball fields would be turfed, which would allow for more participation as well as centralized things and longer life for those. But right now, the way the capital projects list works is these are critical things. They are also programmatic things that are going to make the offering for students better, and then enriching things or wish list things like better athletic facilities.
Well, I was thinking that maybe it was a wish list because it was at the end, but then the generator for Lake Village was under that. So
I forgot the generator until the end, and I filled out the form.
Okay, that explains that one. I was like, that's kind of important.
I'll tell on myself on that one.
And I was also wondering about getting a lifeguard so that the gym class could use the pool.
We're looking into that for how that would work and how other opportunities potentially with lifeguards.
Well, I was wondering if we have subs, could you get the gym to use the pool on certain days or certain weeks and then advertise for somebody who was a lifeguard that could come in like a substitute teacher and do it on those days? Is that a possibility?
Potentially. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, would you like to go through the list?
Yeah, I'm probably not going to go. I'm not necessarily going to go item by item, but as I just said, when you look at the capital projects list, there are 3 real areas that you look at: critical infrastructure. We're talking about HVACs, roofs, light replacements, things like that. Then you'll also see some programmatic improvements. That would be a commercial grade kitchen in our family and consumer science room, which would allow us to offer dual credit classes. Better hoods for our welding lab that we have in the ag department right now that allow kids to get better certifications and things like that, as well as improved science labs. Right now our science labs are circa 1967, and that's the year the building was built. So those are some programmatic things. And then, like I said, some enriching or wish list items that you see other districts around doing that you want to be competitive, especially when we have school choice and kids can go to school and families can choose wherever they want kids to be. And that would be a new baseball, softball, and football complex. Obviously, we're going to try to address the most critical things first, but also look at ways that we can find creative funding for those other things. And as I've shared with the board before, this is not everything we're going to be able to get to this year. These, right now, it is really a 3-year list of items that you would hope to be able to get to. But what I would say, and what I've told the board, is these are items we need to start getting after, because there is a report that was done in 2020 that recommends 3/4 to 4/5 of these things to be done by 2025. And it's 2025. So we do need to make sure we're getting after those items. But we'll come back once the budget is approved and once we have identified the funding that we do have available, and I'll make a presentation to the board along with the Director of Facilities Maintenance on what are the projects we think we can undertake this year. And then once the board approves those, we'll get those bid out and get started on them.
So to be clear, we're not doing $8 million worth of projects.
No.
We only have so much funding.
Yeah. One way to look at it is if we had $8 million to spend on things, this would be what we should do.
It's an evolving list. Obviously, if we have a problem at the school,
yeah,
we're going to scratch this to pay for that.
Yeah, and it can be amended.
I'm glad you clarified that, because it's a lot to look at.
Yeah.
Not everybody understands that unless we can explain it and help make that known. So thank you for that. Does anybody else have anything that you want to add? Questions?
I do have a random question. For example, the budget that was just approved, there's line items as far as like building maintenance.
Yes.
Add up those categories, it's up to about $290,000. Some of these capital projects could also be you or considered like routine maintenance, correct? Like paint,
yes,
like the windmill upgrade or something like that. Because it's an asset, it needs to be maintained.
Yes.
What from the budget? Can you give me an example as far as what do we use the $290,000 for throughout the year compared to why does it have to be this extra? Does that
So
make sense?
well, I can give a really quick and easy answer.
Okay.
If it's going to cost us over $10,000, it's a capital project, regardless of where the money comes from.
Okay.
So so you're exactly right. We might classify that as facilities maintenance, but if the project costs over $10,000,
It has to go to
It goes on this list
Okay.
because it's a substantial amount that we're spending against our budget.
Okay,
Yeah,
Okay.
and then the only other thing that I would caution a little bit is we used our best estimate, having not had departmental budgets, as to what those departmental budget or those line items are.
Okay.
But yeah, you're most definitely, yeah, so if we're repairing the windmill, we're gonna call that a facilities maintenance expense. But the state classifies it as a capital project.
okay. Thank you for clarifying.
Anything else? Okay, we have a motion second to approve the capital projects plan. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Thank you. Item D, approval of the bus replacement plan and waive second hearing. Do I have a motion second to approve the bus replacement plan?
I'm going to approve. Second.
Go through that real quick.
Yeah, now we have estimated, as you see out over the next few years, what we're gonna be doing. But this is really more of an annual plan based on need. So we're gonna be retiring 4 buses, full large buses, replacing it with 1 large bus and 2 small buses. That's our recommendation at this time, and this is an evolving one, so this may not look exactly the same next year for 2030, when 2031 is at the end of the list.
Do they have any questions? Okay. All those in favor to approve the bus replacement plan, raise your right hand. You. Now we're going to adjourn the budget hearing and resume the regular meeting. And that starts with administrator reports with Mrs. White. There she is.
All right, so this week at Morocco, we've been doing celebrating College Go Week. So students have been getting the opportunity to learn about college opportunities versus not everyone goes to college, so also the trades. So we've also had dress up days to go with that. Our counselor has put together lessons and supplied those to the teachers. So we will finish the rest of this week out with that. We finished up with our NWA testing, our dyslexia screener. And then we are starting our new curriculum in K through 3 in title, which is our UFly integrity. The teachers appreciate the UFly and the training that went along with that. They're getting a lot of great data, and they said it's fun to teach, so that's great to hear. And then I have just 2 grades that I want to highlight for their NWA testing. Grade 5 for their math. Our class RIT score, the average was a 209. The national average was a 206, so we are above the national average in math for grade 5. Then grade 6, our score was a 212. The national average was a 210 in math. And then reading also in grade 6, ours was a 215 and national average was a 209. So those 2 grades started off the school year very well, and I look forward to more data to come with the rest of our testing. Can I do students?
That's gotta be after this.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to bring the student spotlight back. That's something that our families really enjoy. So I'm glad to see that the students are here too. So that's it.
We missed it. I'm glad that it's back. So thank you.
Love it.
Mr. Brooks, it's your turn.
All right. First of all, thank you all, board and Dr. Razor, for letting me come in. I'm very excited about being able to talk up here. Let's see. I guess from the junior high and the high school, I'll try to go chronological here. First off, just because I haven't been up here, the softball team winning was such a big deal. And now I saw the sign coming in, man, it's like emotional still
Take a picture of it
yeah,
and share it on Facebook.
yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
can see it.
Such
You
a
bet.
such a big
That was a
moment.
great day.
Such a big
Wonderful day.
Speaking of, I won't do too much sports stuff, but the football team, since I've only been here 2.5 years now, but the football team, this is the best they've ever been. Coach Ewing and his assistant coaches have really turned the program around. My first year here, I mean, he struggled to have maybe 15 players. And, you know, obviously you need 11 players out there, and he has upwards of 40, 50 players now. Such a dramatic improvement in the program. And obviously they've already matched the amount of wins that they had last year already, and they got a lot more games to come. So just a big turnaround. I'm so like happy to be part of it because I saw the struggles that he had initially and how they developed and grown over the last 2.5 years. Speaking of that, I want to talk about last week, and that's why I have a little brief presentation for everybody. We did a lot of homecoming events. Hopefully everybody can see it. We had a lot of activities. Now, I just got to preface 2 things. First, Miss Cassie Vanderwall took a lot of these pictures, so I'm going to thank her out loud. The pictures don't do it justice. If you weren't able to come into the school and see this, I recommend you do it next year. We have some. I've worked in a lot of school districts, and I've never seen a school district go above and beyond like this. I mean, the spirit is through the roof. And again, I'm still like flabbergasted when I come through and see this. And again, it's my like 3rd year doing it, but every year they just keep raising the bar as far as homecoming. So I'll shut up and just kind of briefly narrate while it goes through. But it's a I don't know. I never saw a school district take this so. I'll be quiet and then push the button. Okay, so this should be going. There it goes. So first was a hallway decorating contest. They went. This is seniors. It was Toy Story. So those who hopefully you little younger students are recognizing some of the Toy Story 2 stuff. And this is like, I mean, top to bottom of the hallways. This is just the senior hallway. Toy Story 2. This is the movie. You guys recognize that one? Inside Out. Yep, see, juniors. And again, you know, just the amount of this. Okay, so let me shut up. This is sophomores. That's, you know what this one is? Recognize it? This one. Let's try to show this. Recognize it? Alice in Wonderland. So again, and this is just, you know, lastly, freshmen. You guys recognize that one? Somebody said, yeah, Monsters Inc. So obviously a big Disney theme this year, and that's just hallways. Obviously this was like a competition that they put together, and the amount of time and effort they put to make that cool is humbling. So then we go into volleyball, like a powder puff, so the boys are playing volleyball. Juniors are up first. I try to get some of just reaction shots. I know it's kind of distorted. If you those who are watching on YouTube, yeah, some of the pictures I got just because they're just hilarious. And obviously the outfits is now we got seniors going against sophomores, and then more seniors going. Like I said, some of the pictures I got I wanted to use just because they were funny. Some of them were just cool because it's good action shots. There's one taken in the face. Good, you know. Like I love his do-rag. That was but like I said, cool action shots. He's looking, obviously he's confused, but the amount of spirit that was going on during our powder puff. So now the actual powder puff football game, and there you go. You have sophomores who had some very colorful outfits, and the action. I got to tell you, I hate to say this, the first time I've been to a powder puff game since I was in school. And they are competitive. Look at the intensity in some of these pictures. They were very serious, and I was very impressed with the amount of athleticism that our girls had, and the turnout. I mean, the audience there was huge, huge. I think they said the biggest they've had in years. So only one injury. So I don't know. I thought we would have had more, but we're good. But yeah, the athleticism there. But those are sophomores and seniors. They battle it out. You know, look at that intensity. She's serious. And you know, here we come around the turn here, and unfortunately, for some of the seniors lost, and the sophomores won. Going to the actual football game for homecoming, the parades, and you know, all of our Disney themes are back. The juniors, the sophomores, the seniors, and the freshmen. Alice in Wonderland. That's the Inside Out little group. There they are again. And then now we go into, we're getting closer to, no, yet they're going to be, we will have the, that's still just more Toy Story. Yeah, yeah. And then we go into, yeah, now we're going into closer to the, no, we're still in Toy Story. Here we go. Now is the homecoming court people. Some of the pictures, and some of it's some elaborate vehicles they rode in. But they try to get some good pictures that I kind of captured, at least them looking. They went obviously dressed to the nines, and we had a Daytona 500 car. So that was kind of funny. She looked like she probably not happy with the picture. There's the actual court, and then lastly, I know I was talking about the football team, but I mean, like I said, this team's come gigantic steps since I've been here. Where again, some cool action shots. I think that I tried to hear Coach Smith arguing with the ref, Coach Ewing arguing with the ref, and then again some good just shots of our players going through plays. There's a good shot of everybody's face. Some of our cheerleaders. A good action shot of every sack looks like there. Coach Ewing looks like he's not happy then. Couple good, like I said, like I said, of the pictures, he had a lot of pictures on there, but a lot of them were, it's hard to see who the players were, so I try to get close-ups of players so we can see the numbers, see the faces. A lot of good action stuff. That one looks like he's punted it. He's about to sack that guy. Yeah, good catch. You see there. Looks like he's coming up from defense. So if you're a football fan, you should be like, wow, that's cool. If you're not, sorry. Don't worry, it's not fast. But good shot here, making a nice cut. Bless you. And just a good overall, just a nice shot, nice mesh there. Going for a good pass. So he's punting again, unfortunately. But that's a cool shot either way. We're going through and now get a nice tackle. Good shot of all the boys just coming in. And then again, our crowd was amazing. They did a lot of, I think it's considered white, but the fan section was awesome. And that's our show. I just wanted to, let people see if they didn't. Oh, sorry, I said keep going. So people see if you didn't get a chance to go to see the pictures. And like I said, that does no justice. Like seeing it firsthand is just. Again, I guess to me, I've been here a couple of years, but I consider myself still very fresh here, and this place still blows me away every time. So that's current. This week, actually, Monday, we had a mental health speaker come out, Terrence Lee Talley, and turned out to be just what we needed, talking about, just literally our mental and social health, emotional health, and suicide prevention. And it was just a moment that all the staff, all of us included, were all like bawling in a good way. And it was a big moment, I guess. Again, one of those things where if you weren't there, it's kind of like I don't have any pictures of it, but it was very moving. And if you ask any of the staff and the students, everybody it was a very good moment for us to literally bond and talk. So that was Monday. Coming up, and I'll stop talking. This Thursday, FFA has soil judging. So that is awesome. Our ag department. This is the best ag department I've ever seen. I've been around a few districts, and I've never seen an ag department this good. Coming up Wednesday, October 1st, we'll have for all seniors a financial aid presentation and FAFSA completion night, 6 o'clock in the library at the junior senior high school. InvestEd will be there just to try to talk about financial aid, the whole process, FAFSA. So obviously it's for everybody, but seniors is like the big push that we're really wanting to emphasize there. And then lastly, October 15th, grades 9 through 11, we'll do PSAT testing in the school, except seniors won't be they won't be reporting. We want to emphasize all of them to get the community service hours. So that's where we kind of want all of you, if you have, because Miss Vyers at the beginning told me that she needed some. So if there's any of you that need bodies that need community service, we'll have seniors, a whole bunch of them that are willing to come out and provide community service to you. So if you have somebody in mind, just email Mrs. Heinz and I, and we'll make sure you got some labor or whatever you need. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Whoops.
Dr. Reason.
Sure. I don't have a lot tonight, but you can see what we've been busy on by what's been on the agenda this week. We've been working on the budget, capital projects list, also bus replacement. But another thing that we have coming up very soon is bargaining with our teachers, and we had a very productive meeting last night with the bargaining team, and the teachers really setting ground rules, talking about how we want this to be a positive experience, that we're being collaborative with, not, it's not an us versus them, it's a we type of thing. We're all on the same team. Also, after that, I had an impromptu meeting last night with our evening custodians at the high school. They do a fantastic job, and they're trying out some innovative things there, and they're another group that we want to make sure that we do right by in the coming future as well. So, just as well as what Mr. Brooks said, this is a special place, and see the spirit in the high school last week. And if you haven't missed it yet, some of it's still up. It's really, really impressive to see. So great start to the school year, and we're looking forward to having a great semester.
Thank you. Does any board members have anything to talk about?
I just want to give a shout out to Morocco Kindergarten and the kindergarten teacher and Mrs. Blake. We saw on Facebook that they visited the Fit Park and they went to the Storybook Walk and got a bag for each of the kids to take home. So we were excited to see that.
They really enjoyed it.
Okay, thank you.
I do have one more. Okay. I want to recognize Cassie because she is doing something I think is very selfless. We had a teacher go out on maternity leave to teach us math, and it's very, very important. And she's left her classroom to go teach math during the maternity leave while someone else covers hers. So I think that's very admirable. And it just kind of shows the dedication we have in our staff.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All
Thank
those
you,
pictures.
Yeah.
Number 4, the long-awaited student spotlight.
Isaac, come on up, bud. All right, from Morocco Elementary, Isaac is our student of the month. He's a 6th grader here. He has been selected for student of the month for consistently demonstrating a strong work ethic, actively advocating for himself, and contributing thoughtful insights to class discussions. He's dedicated, he shows his leadership, and he always has positive participation to set a great example for his peers.
Are you guys doing a picture? Sure.
Picture?
Yeah.
Are you getting this with us?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Where do you want to stand? Oh, get to stand in front of him. Okay. Okay.
We'll just get you in it.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, you had one?
Mr. Brooks.
Okay.
Okay.
Mr. Brooks has one.
I thought so.
Yeah, unfortunately, he could not attend tonight. But I do want to make this a very known fact. So, my first year at North Newton 2 years ago, there was an individual who was in trouble a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean he got written up at least a dozen times by teachers. And was on the borderline of getting expelled. Wasn't he was a 9th grader at the time. Wasn't passing any classes. Yeah, we had a rough go his ninth grade year. Last year, started the improvements. I personally started to talk to him a lot. We initiated a fishing and hunting club at the school, and he joined. So it allowed a lot more opportunity to talk to myself and Mr. Gonzi. So the relationship started being created with us and other students, and he was still getting a little trouble last year, but less, and his grades started to actually improve. He wasn't passing everything, but he didn't have all F's anymore. He was getting credits. And attendance was okay last year. This year, such a dramatic change. He's an 11th grader now. He has not been in the office and written up by any teachers. And by now, even last year, he had some write-ups. He was in trouble. Hasn't been in trouble. He only missed one day because he was sick. And he has all A's and 2 B's. So, because I didn't tell you his name. His name is Braden Crescent, and unfortunately he couldn't come. Like I said, he's been a dramatic change at the school. A lot of students look up to him. A lot of staff look up to him, and I'm just real proud to say that he's a part of the school system. So, okay, Braden Crescent. That's
Thank you.
thank you.
Okay, moving on to item 5, non-action, excuse me, the Unified Handbook.
We are currently leaving this on here just so it does not go forgotten.
Yep.
And that updates can be given. I met with Diane today about policy because we're kind of chicken or the egging of do we need the policy or do we need the handbook first? Policy should come first, but there's parts of the handbook that Deborah and I are going to start working on that don't really require policy. Getting the job descriptions in there, making sure they're right, reporting to work times, those kind of things, making sure those are there. So when the policies get updated, we can get more close to plug and play on that.
And I was able to briefly meet with Deborah before our executive session, and she was able to give me a quick rundown of how we as board members have the ability to go in and change things for policies, especially if they're up to their current. So that is something that we will be working on to get that out taken care of.
We're gonna try to set up something, let you know, like you might be able to call in.
Okay. Yeah.
Like an initial meeting with Dr. Mike and Deborah, and then that way we'll know what the procedure is moving forward. So we kind of get it to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
On that.
Thank you. Item 6, the consent agenda. Item A, executive session board meeting minutes of September 10th, 2025. Item B, the special session budget hearing board minutes of September 10th, 2025. Item C, special board meeting of North Creek School Corporation and North Education Association public hearing minutes of September 10th, 2025. Item D, the regular board meeting minutes of September 10th, 2025. Item E, the field trip requests. And item F, the financial claims and reports. Do I have a motion and a second to approve items A through F?
Move to approve.
I'll second.
Any questions, concerns? Discussion, anything like that?
There are no field trip
There
requests
are
in here.
not on
Yeah.
that agenda.
Okay.
Okay, that's what
Because
I
I'm
was
looking
looking
and I'm
for.
like,
Yeah.
I don't see anything
Yeah.
in here, so I don't know why it's on there.
Kind of a
It's always in
placeholder
there.
always.
Okay. I have a quick question. The Visa on the vouchers, is that our corporation credit card? Yes. And it's in everything. It's all straightened out to my previous past receipt.
Straighter.
Straight
No,
charge.
yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah.
That's all I got.
Anybody else? Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve items A through F under the consent agenda. Discussion, all those in favor, raise your right hand. Thank you. Item 7, donations. We're gonna do this a little bit different.
Slideshow.
No,
No.
we're gonna do these one by one because it is very important, I feel that, and the rest of us, that the people that donate to our school should be recognized. So, we're gonna do these one by one.
And it's its own line item now.
Correct.
Deborah, you talked about changing that, because I know Michael had said too about recognizing those, and now people have questions, so now we'll just read them all individually, like you're saying, so everybody gets recognized and everybody knows.
Like it. Okay, 7A is to accept the donation from Gustav and Alyssa Nyberg in the amount of $100 to help fund the Spanish Club and their general needs. Do I have a motion and a second to accept that donation from the Nybergs?
Move to approve.
Second.
Okay, whoever wants it.
Was over
Okay. I appreciate that. Again, with all donations. Go ahead and vote on that. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Thank you. Item B is to accept the donation from the Athletic Boosters in the amount of $75 to the Spanish Club for helping with the concessions. Do I have a motion and a second to approve that donation?
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor, raise your right hand. Thank you. Item C is to accept the donation from the Athletic Boosters in the amount of $75 to the class of 2029 for their help with the concessions. Do I have a motion and a second to approve that?
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor, raise your right hand. Thank you. Item D, accept donation from Donna Dowdy of colored pencils valued at $50 to the North Newton Junior Senior High art students. Do I have a motion and a second to approve that?
Motion approved.
Seconded.
All those in favor, raise your right hand. Thank you. Item E, accept the donation from the town of Morocco in the amount of $200 to help fund the Title I meeting dinner. Do I have a motion and a second to approve that?
Motion to approve.
I have a second. All those in favor, raise your right hand. Thank you. Item 8, the personnel report. Do I have a motion and a second to approve the personnel report?
Motion approved.
Second.
Mr. Milton, is there anything on here?
Who?
Sorry. And it's on camera too.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyway.
I'm ready to go home now.
We have a couple support positions that we're recommending for hire, as well as several people coming off of their probation, as well as people transferring. Pretty standard this evening, as well as a hire for 7th grade boys basketball.
Is the EL paraprofessional, is that a new position or is that something that we've always had?
Okay.
It's new.
It's new?
It is new.
It's new. Yeah, that is an area where we need additional help, and right now, as far as we have EL people doing EL, but we don't technically have a teacher who is certified for that, so that'll be help.
Anything else? Okay, all those in favor to approve the personnel report, raise your right hand. Thank you. Action items. A, rescinding the attendance on demand contract. Do I have a motion to second to approve the rescindance of the on demand contract?
Move to approve.
I'll say it.
Dr. Razor,
Yes.
would you like to?
Yes.
Yeah, this, as you recall, we approved something with Frontline recently for time and attendance. We found a better product after we found a good product and decided to go with that product as well. So we're rescinding that contract. We have not spent anything on it yet.
So this is just
Basically, letting them know we're going in another direction.
Housekeeping, so we know that it's taken care of.
Okay. All those in favor to approve the rescinding of the attendance on demand contract, raise your right hand. Thank you. Item B, the first reading policy 0142, election of board members. Do I have a motion and a second to approve the election of board members?
I'm actually, hold on a minute. This is something, if it's a first reading, we don't vote on it for the first reading.
You just read it.
We just read it. So there's no motion or action that needs to be taken place on that. And that's something that I know.
It's under the action. items.
Yeah, I know. This is
Gotta
something.
have it.
Yeah, this is something that we discussed like last meeting or the meeting before. But truly, this. Deborah, correct me if I'm wrong. Does this match what our current policy says? Because I don't think it does.
It does not.
Okay, so we need to go into Board Docs. We need to actually edit it in Board Docs to reflect what this is. Bring that back to our next meeting. Next meeting will be the legit first reading of it, the policy with the other non-action item. And then, so that will be October 8th, October 22nd, when we come back to communities, but it's the earliest that we'll be back to vote on this policy.
So it's up to you. You could first read it technically because it still states the policy.
Okay.
And it does reflect, you know,
What
what
we
you
wanna
guys,
change.
what you've already discussed in your past meetings that you
Okay.
want to change. So you can read it,
Okay.
and then I can go in and actually update it in policy,
And then bring it
and
back.
then bring it. Yeah, we just got it back from the attorney before the meeting started.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's why
Is this what you got back?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like at 5:30, 5:45.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had the agenda item on there, but they've been waiting.
Make sure that it was.
Yeah.
I knew you had
Good
said that.
writing,
I didn't-
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't look in my folder. Sorry.
And it was what was stated at the last meeting, but we were
Yes.
making sure through legal that, you know, all the I's and T's, whereas is there for us.
Okay, basically, so what it says is that the current policy that we have is actually very vague when it comes down to the election of board members. So this breaks it down into more detail as far as we will have 7-member board, 6 of the residents are actually going to represent the actual townships, like myself and Lake Township. And then instead of, since I'm Lake Township representative, everybody in Lake Township would be able to vote for the Lake Township rep, including all of our other townships, not just the Lake Township residents. So that's what this is.
It says all members are elected by all registered voters in the
Yes.
school corporation in a
corporation.
non-partisan manner at the general election.
Okay, well then, I'm okay with going ahead and doing that as the first reading. If everybody else is okay with doing this as the first reading. But we're not taking action on it until the next week. So then if there is any questions, comments, concerns, or if somebody feels like there's something that needs to be changed, we do have 2 weeks before the second reading to come and present that and then take action.
And it still says that they're staggering. They're staggering like it's 4 1 year for a
3
cycle
the other
and
year.
3 another, so that
Yeah.
not everyone is filling
Yeah.
new at the same time.
Beaver, Lake, McKellen, and then 26 Colfax, Jackson.
Yep.
And Wesley, sorry, I said the at-large. That's the first one.
Yep.
So we need to make a motion that that's the first reading. Is that what you're saying?
No, we don't take any type of action on it.
Okay, it's just the first reading period.
Yeah, it's just the first reading. And when we brought back next month, or next meeting, we'll vote on it. Like that.
Okay, we want any other comments before we move to adjourn? I have a motion second to adjourn the meeting.
Motion.
Second. Sorry, John.
All those in favor, raise your right hand. Wonderful. In adjourn.